Hikes Peak podcast here with head coach Timmy Chang of Hawaii. How we doing, Coach? How's media days been treating you so far?
Good, good. Yeah, I enjoy media day. I enjoy our head coaches meeting the day before, and just getting to see everybody, new faces. Got to meet a lot of the coaches, the new, especially the new coaches, in April. But season's coming close when we start to get to this point right now.
Yeah, it's definitely getting near. All right, so when we talked at this time last year, you guys were still looking for your first bowl appearance since 2020. Now you guys are coming off a thrilling 9-4 campaign featuring epic moment after epic moment. What was the most rewarding part of last season for you personally?
Um, you know, let's rewind back, to that 5-7 season, um, losing 3 games by 2 points. Um, it was that off season that really kind of set our mentality and changed us into what we needed to be to go win those games. We had a Stanford game where, a first series defensive penalty keeps the drive going. They score 3 points. Next kickoff, we catch the ball. We go out on the 1 yard line. That's where we start our first possession. Next play, we take a sack, strip fumble, and
I remember this.
it's 10-0,
Yeah.
and we ended up winning that game, week 0 against Stanford. Fast forward all the way to, the ending of the season on the bowl game, which, it had a lot of excitement. There's a lot of storylines, with the two quarterbacks being from Hawaii and as good as they are and are going to potentially be playing these next couple seasons. And me and Coach Nick Rolovich getting to go against each other. So there were so much great storylines. Well, we're down 21-0, and the guys fought a way back. But I I go through that whole process with you because it was about them learning how to fight through these things, right? Very easily, with 21 down, we can just throw in the towel. Easy 10-0 down. You can start to question yourself, or are we still that team from last year that doesn't know how to fix it to win games, and are we just going to be subpar at 4 games won, 3 games, 5 games, 6 games? But our guys figured it out, and they came together, and it's just hats off to our staff and our 2025 season, and our 2025 players, that they did a great job. They truly did. That really just sets us up for now where we are in 2026.
Absolutely. So, uh, you've also upped your total of Bishop Gorman alumni on the roster to 12, at least by my count. 4 of them coming to media days here. What about the program makes you keep recruiting from them, and how does that built-in chemistry help with transfers like Audric Harris and Devin Rice when they come in?
Yeah, whenever you get a program like Bishop Gorman, a national powerhouse that's always in the conversation to win national titles at the high school level. You're getting kids from a program that understand how to win. They know how to win on the field. They More importantly, they know how to win off the field in the weight room. Training together, building that camaraderie. So, it helps when a coach like Chris Brown, who kind of bled, had his first start, and raising up through the ranks there, really, really, um, really, he built a trust with that program, with the players, with their families, and so he can go in there and talk about what our program's about and what to expect and how similar it is. So the connection has been unbelievable, to say the least. Yeah, and the 4 guys that came in, with Micah, Elijah, Jemai, and Cam, I think they're just awesome. I mean, they're true leaders in what you want in a program. But I really think, like you hit on the head, like it didn't just come to Hawaii. It started at school like Bishop Gorman.
Absolutely. So I remember asking you about defensive coordinator Dennis Thurman last year,
Hmm.
and he delivered once again, piloting the Rainbow Warriors to their best scoring defense since 1994. How does he continue to get the most out of your roster?
Yeah, Dennis he is a gem, a jewel for us. His wealth of knowledge, his understanding of football, and then more importantly, how to get his staff, and then how to get the guys to play for him. I think has been amazing. Um, he has a unique way of building up individuals, and he'll sit in the defensive staff room, and that's his. I mean, he doesn't need a he doesn't need an office. I mean, his
Yeah.
office is the defensive staff room, and then throughout the day, you'll just see players after players after players on defense just come there, sit there, and just soak up all the knowledge, and that carries over to the field. And so, yeah, we're very very lucky to have Dennis.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, so Jackson Harris. Oh,
No, go ahead.
you're good. Jackson Harris broke out as a star last year, and you went back to the strategy of scooping up power four receivers to help out Mike Alhado and Kofele Ashlock by grabbing 6 of them from the portal cycle. From what you've seen through spring ball, besides Ashlock, who do you think is primed for a big 2026?
Yeah, I mean, it could be any one of them. It could be any one of them. It's just all about their growth and their confidence in themselves. They've done a great job of just embracing who we are, our program, our culture. There's not a lot of glitz and glam, but there's a lot of great people, a lot of great relationships built, understanding of what our offense is and what it can do. And then any time, whether it's Dev, whether it's Carson, Audric, Trey, these guys are gonna have an impact. Just based on how they develop and how they grow. And so, I'm excited to watch them just as well as everybody else. Not knowing who will do what, but I think there's going to be opportunity for them to really do well.
So Mike Alejado established himself as the truth last year. At times, looking like you out there with how he was conducting the run and shoot. My only concern, which I think everybody has probably mentioned to you, is just with his health, with him getting banged up. Taking some big hits at times. Have you tried to work with him at keeping him out of harm's way? Have you tried to keep? Have you tried to work with him at being better at keeping himself out of harm's way?
Yeah, you can't take the player out of what he does in his
Yeah.
element. I mean, he does do a lot of great things with his legs. He's able to extend plays, but he's also to have vision to deliver the ball on time. And so, I think he's just going to continue to grow. I think, injuries happen, and it's hard to to
Yeah.
to 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 try to not have him. But in the situation of where he got the first game of the season, and it ended up being a bigger injury than it was, and it just lingered the rest of the season. For him, keeping him upright and just make sure he continues to just distribute the ball.
Absolutely. All right, and then last question: the defensive line is going to have to replace a good chunk of production with Dejon Benton and Jackie Johnson, the third, out of eligibility. Of course, Lester Lysette Lagofuaina broke out and should be at an all-conference level. But what other names on that four should Rainbow Warrior fans get familiar with?
Yeah, there's of course we brought in some transfers to replace, and there's some guys that we've been within our development of our program. Guys, I think Kyle O'Connor is a guy to watch out for. Noel Wiley, um, Luther McCoy, Jordan Spite. Those are names that I think Anna. Um, I think those are the guys that I think you should watch out for. Yeah.
For sure. Always a pleasure, Coach. Thanks for taking some time out of your day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it,
you.
Coach. Great to see you as always.